Hello everybody and welcome to another video on my channel. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. If you are returning, thank you for coming back and I hope you enjoy this video. So today I have for you my current 2017 nail favorites. So it's just a collection of a bunch of different products, a bunch of different tools, things I've been loving right now, things that I've used quite a bit over the summer. We're getting into fall now, so it is currently September 4th, I believe. So we're getting into the fall, so everything's kind of making a switch right now. So I'm going to show you what my most used products over the summer were, and just some products that I love in general that I always use. So let's flip the camera around and let's take a look at what my favorites are. Okay, so let's start off this favorites video with some prep materials. So these are the sanding bands that I use with my e-file, which is an Erica MT20. So I use the medium grit Zebra Arbor bands. I love the Zebra ones because they don't leave a kind of dark grit around the cuticle when they wear out. I do everything with these. I do my removal, I do my prep, I do my finish filing. Zebra medium arbor brands are the only thing I use. I don't use any carbide bits or anything. And then they go along with the mandrel bit. So it just pops in and then you just use one per client type thing, and they are really, really good. So I buy the gigantic 500 packs and it lasts me for quite a while. So I'm not constantly replacing them. Okay, and these are the current nail files that I'm really liking. Typically I would rather a 100-180 grit, but Can West has been sold out of them for a long time. So I have switched to the 100-100 and I'm not minding them. I find they do just as good of a job. So they are the AmericanNails.com Hygienic Cushion Files. And they are the Zebra files, and they come in just these small packages of 20. I'll buy about 5 of them at a time, and then I don't run out. The thing I really like about these is that they come individually packaged. So my clients know that they are getting a brand new file whenever I open one up. And they are relatively inexpensive, so I just either toss them or send it home with my clients when I'm done. I do not reuse them. Continuing along the lines of prep, this is the Fusion Cleanser. This is the watermelon scented one, and I absolutely love it. My clients love it. They notice when I don't have it. I will never ever be without this. It removes the dispersion layer really, really well. I use it for everything. This is the only kind of liquid I carry, apart from like nail polish remover, but I don't use alcohol or anything. This is what I use to remove the dust, remove the dispersion layer, anything. This is what I use, and I carry the 1 liter jars, and I carry about 3 or 4 of them at a time because I don't want to run out. Okay, so this is the nail primer that I use. It's just the Can West brand, and it is an acid-based primer. This I won't be without. I have tried other primers in the past, but I find that this Can West nail primer paired with my Amore Bonder, I have very, very, very limited lifting. So it works for me. If you're looking for something for primers, definitely check this one out. It does have a little bit of an odor because of the acid in it, but it works really, really well. Primer, I use the Amore Bonder, and I'll just do a thin layer, or coat the nail with the primer, and then just do a very, very thin painted on layer of the Bonder, and then just cure, and then go in with either my Fusion SL Clear or my Fusion Sculpture, depending if I'm doing a new set or a fill. And I have very, very little lifting, so I will not ever be without my Amore Bonder. So continuing on with gels, I have 2 top coats that are my favorite. First off, we have the Fusion Extreme Shine. So if my clients want a shiny finish, this is what I reach for. It lasts a long, long time. My clients always come back with shine still on. I find it does not scratch easily or anything like that. It's a thinner viscosity, so I just paint on a thin layer at the end. It is UV LED curable now. So yeah, this is my preferred shiny top coat. And then my preferred matte top coat is the Ugly Duckling Matte. This stuff is incredible. It wipes, it has a dispersion layer, so you put it in the light, cure for your 2 minutes, bring it out, and there is a dispersion layer, so you wipe that off and then it goes instantly matte. And it stays matte forever. My sister actually wore this top coat on her nails for 4.5 weeks while she toured around Europe, and it stayed matte. It's your perfect chalkboard finish matte. Okay, so up next I want to showcase a couple popular colors with my clients. These aren't necessarily the summer colors that I went through a lot, but they're ones that have been very popular and that my clients absolutely love. So they are great to add to your collection if you don't already have them. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and we'll take a closer look at these individual colors. Okay, so this is Fusion's colors You Can't Touch This. And You Can't Touch This is just this gorgeous kind of medium pink. It is absolutely stunning. It's not like a bright pink. It's definitely more of a medium pink, but my clients have been loving this color, especially over the summer. Okay, up next we have Fusion Sandcastle. So it is just a gorgeous neutral. It's not a pinky neutral, it's not a brownie neutral, it's just a very nice neutral. Okay, Fusion's black. This isn't anything exciting, it's just black. However, this cures perfectly. If you're ever, black is a very tricky color. It's very pigmented, so if you're not careful, it won't cure properly. For some blacks, this one you won't have a problem. I use a dotting tool and just swirl it on, and it cures perfectly every single time. I have no problems. So I definitely wanted to mention this black in this video. Okay, and the last color I have for you before we move into the sparkles, this is Fusion's Hustle. And this is actually from the brand new Fall 2017 hashtag Girl Boss collection. It's available September 11th. It is this gorgeous kind of pearly, frosty, kind of dark purple color. It's actually what I have on my thumb right here. And although I've only had it in my collection for about a week and a half now, I have put this color on more clients than I can count. They are absolutely loving it. It will definitely be a staple, especially for the fall and winter months. Okay, now into some sparkles. So this is Sweet Tea. And Sweet Tea is just kind of a neutral, it's kind of got a little bit of a rosy tinge to it. Nothing crazy. I don't know if this swatch stick you'll be able to see better. I apologize, this is again not my good camera and it doesn't focus properly. Anyways, you can see the holographic there. A little bit bigger chunks of kind of like a rose color. So my clients have been loving this. It pairs really well with everything. Okay, this is by far my most used sparkle, by far. So this is Fusion's Welsh Gold. It's kind of a rose gold. So again, it's got some holographic pieces in it, and yeah, it's just a very pretty, it definitely leans more to the pink side rather than the gold side, but it is stunning. As you can tell, I am almost out of it. I do have another one, thank goodness, but it is absolutely crucial to keep in stock in my collection. It's really not going to focus here for me, I apologize. But I also have two Vetro colors. These are newer to my collection as well. They are number 326 Sunrise Leaf and 271 Silver Leaf. So both of these are leaf gel, so they're not really a glitter, but they're definitely not a color. They're kind of like crunched up foil in a jar, in gel form. Okay, so number 326 Sunrise Leaf is kind of like a orangey, rosy gold color. I wouldn't necessarily describe it as a rose gold. It's definitely got a little bit more orange in it, but it is absolutely stunning. I have paired this with green, I have paired this with pinks, I have paired this with neutrals. It is a very pretty color. And then number 271 is just your silver. It's a very bright silver. There's no other colors whatsoever in it. It's just a solid silver leaf gel. Okay, so now let's move into some things that are a little bit more fun. I know I featured this brush in videos before. This is my Fusion Speed Shine brush. It is the capped version of it. So it just pulls apart and then you just stick it together to form the handle. But it is just a nice fluffy, or not fluffy, kind of soft, long bristled brush. I use this to apply all of my clears, my top coat, pretty much everything, wipe around the cuticle. It's just my go-to brush. Okay, up next, this is my absolute go-to art brush. You probably can't see this, but it is the Crystal Nails Zero Short. And it is my favorite because the head on it is ridiculously tiny. Okay, that's about as much as I can get it focused, I'm sorry. But it is like super, super duper tiny, fine of a head. I don't trim this brush at all. This is how you buy it. So yeah, that's the Crystal Nails Zero Short, and I use this brush for all of my art. It's really the only art brush I ever reach for. Okay, another brush, or tool I guess you'd say, that I use, this is the Mosaic dotting tool. So it's just got two dotting heads on both sides. This one's a finer one, and then this one's a little bit bigger. And this is what I use to apply pretty much all of my colors. I do a little bit different of a technique, so I'll grab a blob of gel and then I just kind of swirl it on. So I'll use the bigger end initially, and I'll just get the majority of my product on and swirl it to where I want it. And then I will go in with the smaller edge and kind of get close to the cuticle and around the sidewalls and stuff. So I love this Mosaic one because it has the two different size of heads on the two sides. So I only have to reach for one tool when I am wanting to apply my colors. And again, another tool, this is just a micro swab. I'm not sure where to purchase these. My dad is a retired dentist and he didn't use these in his office and he would just bring them home for me. So I have a really good supply of them. I'm sure you can find them on eBay or maybe even aesthetics stores. I think you can use them for eyelash glue, so you might be able to find them if your distributor sells eyelash extension supplies. You might be able to find, I believe they're just called micro swabs though, but I use this to apply my crystal glue. So I will just put a little dab of glue on a back of a form or something, and then I'll just stick this in and then tap it on and then apply my crystal. It works really, really well. They're really cheap, I would assume. And so yeah, I just use them, and then if the glue hardens in the tip or whatever, I just throw them out and grab a new one. Super easy, super simple. It makes it so you don't get too much glue where your crystal should be. And speaking of glue, this is the nail, my crystal glue I've been using. So it is the Light Elegance Brush On Nail Glue. Actually, Talia Sanders, she is the first one who showed me this, and it was at the CNTC event in Edmonton, and she was doing a demo nail on me, and this is what she attached the crystals with. And they did not budge, and that's actually what I use to attach the crystals I'm wearing right now, and I have had very, very good success with this. So you don't need very much. It doesn't dry quite as quickly as some other glues out there on the market, which I really like. I like being able to put my crystals down and being able to move them where I want them. So I really, really like this Light Elegance Brush On Nail Glue for my crystals. Okay, last but not least, we have some stamping products that I am absolutely in love with. So this is the Clear Jelly Stamper Big Bling Stamper. It's got two removable pieces to it. So you remove the top part to expose the stamper, and then you remove the bling part so that you can see through the stamper. And it's nice and clear. It's a not a firm head, but it's not a super squishy head either. But I do absolutely all of my stamping with this stamper now. Because you can see through it, you have a lot more control of where the image is going. And then I highly recommend any of the Clear Jelly Stamper stamping polishes. So I just have the black and the white here to show you. They are my most reached for, and they are typically majority of people's most reach for stamping polishes. They are very pigmented. They work really well. They dry relatively quickly, so with the Clear Jelly Stamper products you do want to be working at a good pace. But yeah, I have absolutely nothing bad to say about any of the colors. So if you are looking for a good stamping polishes, definitely check out the Clear Jelly Stamper. You will not be disappointed. Okay, so that is everything that I had for you for today. Those are my current nail favorites. I will try to do this a little bit more regularly and possibly kind of do by fall, winter, spring, and summer. But we'll see what happens. So I really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me any comments about future videos you'd like to see, or just any comments in general. I always love hearing from everyone. And make sure you tune in for my next video. Bye!